Hello, my name is Dr. Namira, and I'll be taking you on a quick tour of my office today. I hope you'll notice the difference right as you walk through my front door. I always like to start by speaking about the upper cervical subluxation. Many people, even if they've been to a chiropractor before, have never heard the term subluxation. The upper cervical subluxation is a misalignment of the bottom of the skull and the top two bones of the neck, which then put pressure on the brainstem. This subluxation is just a fancy word for interference in the brain and nervous system's ability to send messages properly within the body and can be the reason for your everyday aches and pains, chronic illness, and serious disease. Welcome to my exam room. The exam is designed specifically to see if you have an upper cervical subluxation. If you do, then you're in the right place. I'm here to correct the subluxation so your body can start healing and you can experience optimal health. I look at 4 pieces of information while completing your exam. First, I look at posture. Your posture is a window to your spine. Just looking for symmetry can show us if there is a possible misalignment. I also look at range of motion. Your atlas is responsible for the majority of rotation in your neck. If you have restrictions or imbalance in range of motion, there's a good chance you have a misalignment of the atlas. Next, a functional leg length analysis is an indicator of pressure at the brainstem. One of the outermost tracts in the brainstem is responsible for movement of the limbs for the lower body. If one of the legs pulls short, we can see there is pressure at the brainstem. This last and most important procedure is the infrared scan. This scan shows us if the nervous system has lost the ability to send balance messages to the body, and if it has become stuck in a sick pattern. Your body should always be working in balance and be able to adapt and change. If it can't, we know that a correction needs to be made. Next, I'd like you to join me in the resting suite. It's a feature you won't find in a typical chiropractor's office. Here is where you'll find another big difference in how I practice. When we go to bed at night, our body spends the time making repairs and healing from all the work we put it through during the day. Similarly, when a patient comes in for an office visit, I take an initial infrared scan to see how their nervous system is functioning when they walk through the door. I then have them rest laying down without pressure on the brainstem for 15 minutes, and then rescan to see if there are any changes. Many times, even 15 minutes is enough to change a scan. If the scan changes, I know the body is not stuck in the patient's sick pattern, and they do not need a correction on that visit. If the scan does not change after 15 minutes of rest, I know that the patient's body is truly stuck in the sick pattern, and I can go ahead and confidently make a correction. After the correction has been made, the patient goes back to the resting suite to rest for another 45 minutes. This gives the body a chance to take and hold the correction before they go back to their fast-paced, stress-filled lifestyle. Lastly, I have Xray, another important feature of upper cervical care. In chiropractic, we like to say, to Xray is to see is to know, and to know is not to guess. In my office, I am not willing to guess with your health. Malformations and asymmetry are the rule in the upper cervical area, and it is important for me to know the condition and misalignment of your bones. I use precision digital X-ray to take specific films which allow me to find the exact measurement of your misalignment. Once I know the measurement of your misalignment, I can make a customized specific correction for you. The more specific the correction, the better your body is able to hold the correction, and that's the upper cervical difference. When you're holding your correction, your body is actually going through the healing process. I hope you've noticed how my office can be the right place for you. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out my website at drnamira.com and download my free video on redefining health. Don't hesitate to give me a call with any questions or to set up an appointment. I invite you to experience Healing Simplified.